No point in saying, hey guys, nobody's here, so I'm just going to wait till people get here. You see how it sounds. No point in saying, hey guys, nobody's here, so I'm all right. That'll work. One person, hit the like button, please. Who's the one person? MobTube somebody? Who? Miss Can't Be Wrong. Hey, how you doing? Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. I know you hit the like button. You wouldn't let me down. See how long it takes to get some people. We got 5 people so far. Hit the like button, all 5 of you. You're the best, Miss Can't Be Wrong. All right. I'm saying, hey guys, nobody's here. So shut up. 7 people now. Are you brainwashed? Whoever you are? I got to talk low tonight. I got to be quiet. Can't be loud tonight. Okay, cool. Thank you. 12 people. Hit the like button, guys. Come on, somebody talk. If you're a Trump supporter, do you feel like you're brainwashed? Do you get mad when people say that you're brainwashed? Does it bother you that the whole world thinks you're brainwashed? Yeah. I sent him a message. Not before the show, if that's what you mean. Sent him a birthday message. Tammy Stanzel, hey. Yes, you do have a functioning brain. Jane Creek, MAGA in 2023, what is a woman? MAGA in 2025, what is a child? Jane Creek, very good. Yeah. Now it's a debate. Well, are they really? Did you hear Megyn Kelly? Was it really children? It was like 15-year-olds. What? Insane. Guys, can you hear me okay? I thought I heard Marjorie Taylor is out. Well, yeah, Trump. I'm going to put this on my shirt here so I don't. Trump is done with her. He's had it with her. She's pissed off because she wanted to run for Senate in her state. And, Trump didn't want her to do that because he didn't want to lose somebody in the House. So she's very, very angry with him, and she's taking it out on him. Carl, loud and clear. It's a fact that Trump's a... I agree, and thank you. M. Kelly's comment was disgusting. I know, she's a pig. She is. She always was a pig of a woman. I mean, oh, what a disgrace. What a fucking disgrace. I just thought she was hot. Other than that, I could never stand her, you know. She's getting old now, though. How old is she? How old is Megyn Kelly? Let's see. Megyn Kelly, age.
Megyn Kelly is 54 years old.
54 years old, so she's 40 years too old for Donald Trump. 54, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I remember when Donald Trump made the disgusting comments about her the first time he was running and shit. She don't care. She's a sellout like the rest of them. She'll do anything for Daddy Trump. Yeah, she's older than you. I know, right? Or you want me to play you a song, a birthday song? Epstein is a. We can't say that in here. Pablo's in a cult. You think he is? Where do you think he's at? You think he's on his island? No, she's going to be 13. Who, Carl? What do you mean? I've been driving all day, guys. All day. I literally just sat down for the first, well, outside of a car, that is, for the first time like half an hour ago. Been driving since 10:30 this morning. That's the only girl Trump wants is a girl that's 13, 15, 16. Oh, yeah, no doubt. I agree. He's an animal. He is. I'm going to throw this in the chat, guys, just in case anybody feels like contributing to the show, because that's what this is all about. Just like everyone else on YouTube. I do it for money. That's what this is. I also do it because I believe strongly in everything I say. Just like everyone else on YouTube. It's good enough. Because before I left the house, you're not going to believe this shit. Before I left the house, I couldn't find my fucking microphone wire. And then I couldn't find my camera either that I usually take with me when I travel. So I'm actually using the MacBook camera right now. Guys, come on. People in the chat, Trump supporters, there's 54 people watching. Tell me if you're brainwashed or not. Ha 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 ha. The clown on the left. How about them Epstein files? We're about to watch all your idols fall. Making crap up about Trump is backfiring. How glorious. Ronald Miller, you are exactly who I'm talking about. People like you when I say Trump supporters are stupid. You don't think this is a distraction. You don't think that Trump is having Pam Bondi open an investigation just so the files can't be released because there's an open investigation, huh? You really think that the Democrats are going to be in trouble? The people that are trying to force a vote to release the Epstein files. It's funny. I don't hear Bill Clinton coming out and telling the Democrats. Everyone else on YouTube. God damn, shut the fuck up. Anyway, I just yelled at myself. I don't hear people. Now I got to put it back on because I forgot to do something. Anyway, I just yelled at myself. I don't hear people. Now I got to put it back. I don't hear Bill Clinton telling Democrats that. I don't hear Democrats yelling at other Democrats about voting against it so the files aren't released. You know, seems like the Democrats aren't worried about a thing. Don't say that. I don't know if you're being serious or not, but if so, wait a minute, where is it at? I thought I put it up. Yeah, then I'm incredibly sorry for you and your sister and your family, but I have a feeling you're fucking with me. So, but if not, though, again, that's horrible. A distraction the Dems caused again, huh? How did the Dems cause it? No. Everything with Trump is a distraction. You just don't realize it. Everything he does is a distraction. You know, it's just like when he said Obama was going to be arrested back in June. You notice the whole subject just went away? Remember? He said Obama's going to be arrested any day now. It just went away. You don't even hear about it anymore. Now, why? Because it was just a distraction. Because he knows he could distract you guys with shiny objects. So he just, throws shit your way. I mean, it's amazing to me that you believe that Trump is now going to bust a bunch of Democrats in the Epstein files, but you don't believe that he's covering them up. It's amazing. I'll do anything Almost anything for a cupcake? Interesting. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Why do you think wants to release them now? Why do I think wants to release them now? What you're missing a word. FYI, they will never be fully released. I'm here for the entertainment. You might be right that they'll never be released fully anyway. Mark Askew, what's going on, bro? Yeah, man, appreciate it. Hit the like, everyone. Woke ideology sucks. Trump is the best president ever. Well, I'm not woke, that's for sure. Oh, thanks, Mark. All Dems are crooked. Yeah, but the Republicans aren't. Tom Homan taking that 50 grand. Donald Trump making $3.8 billion since he took office, giving his son a $3 billion contract for fucking drones, and pardoning the guy his sons are doing business with, a guy who laundered money for fucking terrorists and pedophiles. Yeah, they're not crooked, no. He did blow Bill, but who cares? So the first gay president openly is Trump. He isn't on the Epstein files like y'all wanted. Yes, I will vote every time for the person Epstein was afraid of. Oh, that wasn't Trump. How was Epstein afraid of Trump? What are you, fucking crazy? When was Epstein afraid of Trump? Sonny Houston even said the emails are in good favor for Trump. I read the emails and they prove nothing against Trump. Well, fuck Sonny Houston, because when listen, you take away all the other emails, okay? And by the way, do you know that his name is the most prominent name in those emails? It's the most mentioned name, 1,686 times or some shit in those emails. When he says, Donald Trump was at my house for hours with Virginia Giuffre, who was a fucking teenager. I believe she was 15 at the time. How does that look good for him? Listen, these networks are terrified he's going to take their broadcast licenses. That's what he's been threatening for years, since his first term. And they saw what he did with Jimmy Kimmel, and they saw what he did with Stephen Colbert. And they saw the networks he sued for bullshit. You know, they're scared of him. So that's what they do. There's no left-wing media at all anymore. Now the Epstein files and all the defamation lawsuits about to make Trump even more rich. Jose Villarreal, you are not bright, are you? You realize you don't believe he's covering up the files, Jose? You don't believe it? By the way, you know Trump hates you, right? You don't believe it? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to cope. I'm not doing a YouTube show. I'm trying to cope. Epstein called him the dog that didn't bark. Yes, he did. How Biden and Collier, that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even sound like her name. You got to be more creative, fuckface. You know what I mean? Ho Biden and Collier Harris, like a third grader, both had the power to dox 2 times President Donald Trump. 2 times President Donald Trump. Are you saying he's been president 2 times? To dox him? Okay. Why didn't Donald Trump drop the Epstein files in his first term? Can anybody tell me that? We all know Hunter Biden got that lady pregnant, and daddy paid her and told her he doesn't want to acknowledge the child. I never heard of anything like that. Miss can't be wrong. Never. Virginia testified Trump was never involved. Who was brainwashed? I don't know that she testified, first of all. And it doesn't matter, Jason Jones, because you guys will fucking, if she would have said he raped her, you would say she's lying. But because she said he didn't, you believe her. You don't believe anybody who said he did anything. How about Katie Johnson said that he, I'll just say R-worded her when she was 13. How about that? You don't want to mention that. You just want to mention that Virginia Giuffre said he didn't do anything. I don't believe her. I think she lied. I think she lied because she's afraid for her life, like Katie Johnson was. Virginia cleared him. She did not. There's 1,000 fucking victims, you dipshit, Ronald. There's 1,000 Epstein victims. You can look it up yourself. Google how many Epstein victims are they. It's going to say 1,000. Okay? So how does one fucking girl clear him? How do you figure? You guys are fucking nuts. It's over. You lose. You realize the Epstein files are still being covered up. How is it over? How is it over? You'll see. You'll see. More and more is going to come out. You guys are the only people I know who could lose like a motherfucker and still claim you won. Yeah, tremendous dick syndrome. I definitely have that. No doubt about it. The tremendous dick and the syndrome, both. Trump is the throat goat. Oof. Just because they say Trump name over tons of times doesn't mean anything. Jeffrey Epstein had TDS because Trump kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago for no, he fucking didn't. Trump himself said he kicked him out because he didn't even say he kicked him out. He said they got in an argument because she was stealing Epstein was stealing employees from Trump. He didn't say anything about that he was doing anything with the girls, which he won't, because then he'd have to admit that he knew what Epstein was doing with the girls. Don't you understand that, Jose? So according to Jeffrey Epstein in those emails, Trump didn't kick him out. He just asked Epstein to resign his membership. That's it. And that was over a real estate deal. If you knew anything, you'd know that was over a real estate deal. That's the only reason Trump did that. Epstein was suing Trump because Trump screwed him out of a $45 million home. He bought it out from underneath Epstein and then sold it a year later or something for $95 fucking million. Okay, and just because they say Trump's name over and over tons of times doesn't mean anything. You know how stupid you sound? You're talking about emails between two of the most prolific pedophiles in American history, Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. And his name is mentioned 1,600 fucking times. Yeah, that don't mean anything. No. They just like to talk about Trump. You guys are so willfully ignorant and so blind that that's why the whole fucking world laughs at you guys, I swear. Yeah, if he lets us keep it. You need some new material, you say the same shit. Oh, okay, well, here, I'm going to help you out. Now you're blocked, bitch. Now you ain't got to worry about it. You'll still watch me, though, because you're obsessed, right? And by the way, I started the show. I did not mention Epstein until somebody else did. We could talk about anything you want. We could talk about the big, beautiful bill for all I give a fuck. People are bringing up Epstein because now they're all confident. They think that he's exonerated somehow. So I'm going to have the argument. If you don't like it, bitch, don't watch. And any of you raggedy, whiny pigs who have a problem with what I'm talking about, stop bitching like a little girl in my fucking chat and just see the door. Be out. Bounce. Jesus Christ. Mike Ramey, what's going on? America's first gay president. That's the way it looks, Robert Wingate. This guy's a libtard clown. Sure I am. You realize that if Trump was in the files the way you want, oh my God, you guys never fucking stop with that dumb shit. You never stop with it. Let me ask you this. Why didn't Trump release the files in his first term? They had the files then. So tell me why, Colden Daffer, whatever your fucking name is. Tell me why. I love how you guys think you're smart because you repeat shit that you hear people who you think are smart say. That same thing. Every fucking show I do, I must have 50 people that say, if Biden was in the files or if Trump was in the files, Biden would release them. How do you know? And why didn't Trump release them? Trump has all this stuff on all these Democrats and he didn't release it in his first term. Why not? We could see you're coping, buddy. Don't talk the Gen X stupid slang to me. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't even know what that means. You're coping? What does that mean? Do you even know? I hate followers. Stop talking like fucking children. Clowns. Big, beautiful Bill Clinton. Stop telling idiots the truth, chat, or else. I don't even know. You're talking to the chat? Who are they telling the truth to? Stop giving this idiot a platform. I gave myself a platform. You guys have nothing to do with it. And all of you are free to leave right now if you want, honestly. Weak-ass dude talking like he's tough. LOL, he would change his tone real quick in public with that bitch talk. No, Ronald, I bet you I'd knock your fucking teeth out if we ever saw each other face to face. You don't know me, bro. Please don't judge me because you'd be shocked. Okay, let me tell you. Watch your mouth. Matter of fact, just because you're a constant douchebag, here, I'm going to help you out the door too. Bye. Trump R-worded children and MAGA are okay with it. That's because they're pedophile sympathizers. Epstein did have contact with Russia. Putin has something on Trump. It's why Trump is not helping Ukraine. Of course, he called Putin to ask Putin if it was okay if he gave Zelensky tomahawks. Think about that shit. The American president called Russia to ask permission. Holy shit. Thank you. That's what I'm here to do, entertain. Let me see. You too. Anybody, listen, Miss Camp, you're on Go Wild. Anybody who's just insulting and not talking politics or Epstein or Trump or anything politics related, block them, fuck them. We don't need them. And the world is flat. Well, that's what MAGA people think. Not people like me, that's for sure. That's what MAGA people think. Of all the things in the world to talk about, and still talking about politics, how are none of you tired of it? I don't know. It's only the most important issues in the entire world. What would be better to talk about, Thomas? Like football or something? I mean, do you think before you say something like that? Why are you talking about the most important shit in the entire world that hundreds of millions of people, if not billions of people, are concerned with? And what is wrong with you? You're doing a YouTube show about the most popular subject in the world right now? That's insane. Thomas, please rethink that and come back. D. Gainey, what's going on, bro? Just here roasting the chat as usual. Yeah, I know. And you support trans freaks in the kids' bathroom? No, I don't. No, I don't, bro. You think you guys are so? That's why I say you're brainwashed. You've been programmed to believe that anyone that doesn't. Now I got to put it back on. Oh my God, I did? How did I do that? You've been brainwashed to believe that anybody who doesn't like Donald Trump is a liberal. I'm no liberal. I'm not even close. I don't know how I blocked her. I can't unblock her right now either. Fuck. I don't know what to do. They want you to change the subject because they're running out of excuses. Of course. Everybody is gay now. This whole thing is hilarious. Not the victims, though. Everybody is gay now? Well, Nate, if you're gay and that's your way of coming out, hey, more power to you. I give you respect for doing it. And thank you for doing it in my chat, by the way. I personally am not gay. I love pussy. I do. It's like my favorite fucking thing in the world. I love how all these Democrats always think they got something on Trump, but then it never sticks. It never sticks. He's been convicted of 34 felonies and impeached twice. You're such an idiot. Brandon, you're such an idiot. Not to mention, he was found civilly liable for sexual assault. And if he wasn't elected president, he'd be in fucking prison for all the other indictments that he was guilty of. It never sticks. Oh, yeah, you're right. Never sticks. No. They don't call him the Teflon Don for nothing. Yes, they do. The Teflon Don was John Gotti, and he got away with shit constantly until it was just too much. Sammy the Bull flipped, and there was too much evidence, and that was it. He ratted on himself, really, in wiretaps. Donald Trump is constantly having charges stick to him. What are you talking about? I'm so tired of Trump winning at rape. Independents hate Trump too, of course. A lot of people do. They think, I'm telling you, this is why I say they're brainwashed. They are programmed. They see a guy talking bad about Trump and they're like, look at this liberal. Yeah, right. And this other guy thinks he knows me, Ronald. He changed his tone real quick. Try me. You know what I mean? People have confronted me before in public. Believe me. Try me. I don't back down. You'll back down before I will. Trump is desperately hiding the Epstein files right now. They want full control over women. Putin owns Trump. Trump saves traffickers. Every dirt on Trump sticks. Yeah, very well said, crispy chicken sandwich. Block everybody. Sometimes I want to. So please tell me how I am brainwashed for supporting Trump. It's not that you support Trump that makes you brainwashed. It's that you blindly support Trump. It's that if you were an honest person, okay, you would say this Epstein shit is just a bridge too far. Because if this shit was being said about Biden, even if there was the same amount of proof or lack thereof that there is with Trump, you would present as fact that he's a pedo. You would state it as fact and nothing would change your mind. But because it's Trump, he can't be a pedo, right? Because he's your guy. That's why. If you tell me something Joe Biden did wrong, I say, hey, if you're right anyway, if you really did it wrong, I'll say, I don't care about Joe Biden. I don't care about Kamala. I don't care about Obama. I don't worship any a politician. You guys worship Trump. Worship Trump. Politics is a constant performance, circus performance, clowns and all. It is. Carl. This is what billionaires do. They spend other people's money. Trump is an expert. He is. Brant Rosenstock. It doesn't stick because your idiots keep moving the goalposts when you're called out. Yeah, but it's the shit still stick. The guy was impeached twice, convicted of 34 felonies, and found civilly liable for sexual assault. Not to mention all the lawsuits that have been won against him. I mean, you guys, the thing is, you guys don't know that. See, I'm trying to just make it like embedded in my brain. I got to try to remember that you guys, this stuff is not told to you. You only listen to Fox News. So this stuff isn't told to you. They only tell you stuff that makes Trump look like a god, and all of that, that's all lies. So when you hear a guy like me, you think I'm crazy because you never heard none of this before. Meanwhile, everything I'm stating is a fact, and you could fact check me while I speak. Yeah, if you accidentally time someone out for 86K, if you time them out for 10 seconds, it brings them back. Oh, really? Oh. His hair is Teflon, that's it, yeah. The guy wears diapers, a comrade, dirty britches, stinks to high hell. That's what they say. Let me see. Trump's first taste of the presidency was Bill Clinton. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe. It's very important. I'd rather be sleeping or eating something right now, like from DoorDash or some shit. I drove 10 hours today, but I'm here doing this. So, and if you can, my super chat button is at the bottom there. It'll get your comment read. Plus, you'll be contributing to the show, and my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal are in the chat as well. Trump can't run a school or a foundation. No, he can't. He can't even run a charitable foundation in New York anymore because he treated kids with cancer, for fuck's sake. Joe King, I'm not going to put that one up. Trump is an R-word and a liar. He hates the American people. 100% true. BBC apologizes for edit of Trump's speech, but says it won't provide legal compensation. Good. Fuck him. They will eventually, though. He'll give them no choice. No, they're not. They're not. They're absolutely not. They won't. Name the felonies. Here we go. Here's one of these dipshits. Falsifying business documents 34 times in order to cover up a crime. They did ask people on the street in Europe who are the stupidest people in the world. 80% said the MAGA people. Gressler, I don't know who that is. One MAGA, greetings from Norway. Oh, shout out to Norway, bro. What's going on? Let me go to the bottom now. Holy shit, man. I know people that voted for him twice that think about Trump less than you. You know that this is what I do, fuckface, right? Like I've made a conscious decision to have a channel that's about politics, and Trump is the fucking president. So if I'm going to talk about politics, I got to talk about Donald Trump, right? Like you guys, this is how I know you guys got an IQ of like 63 or some shit. You don't understand. When you see somebody on YouTube, you're like, this guy's head is just filled with Trump. You know how much shit I got going on in my life right now? This is what I do on YouTube. Guess what? You know what else I do on my channel? I talk about a homeless guy named Tony fucking Pizza. He's an animal. He's one of the worst people you'd ever imagine. You wouldn't even believe he's real if I told you about him. Do you think that means I have him on my mind all day, or do I do that because it's entertaining and people pay me to do it? Holy shit. I used to talk about the mafia all the time. Does that mean that, that's all I thought about? Okay. Prove you wrong on the Dems had the files, so explain that. Oh, Epstein felt Trump was a rat. What would he be worried about? That's your answer right there, right? A rat for what? Who's he going to rat on? According to Trump, he had no knowledge of any of this stuff. According to Ghislaine, too. So you listen, when I was doing my thing, when I was, into crime back in the day, I wasn't worried about, squares, like people that aren't into crime, because why would they become a rat? And how do they have enough knowledge about me to rat on me, right? So you just answered your own fucking question. And by the way, Trump had the files before the Dems. So why didn't he release them in his first term? Actually, the sexual assault charge from E. Jean Carroll was dismissed after they changed the statute of limitations to charge him. I said he was found civilly liable for sexual assault against E. Jean Carroll, and he was. There was no criminal charge because of the statute of limitations. He was found civilly liable, which the judge said is the equivalent of being found guilty if it was in a criminal court. The fuck we do, you fucking moron. I use RT television. I use Rumble. You use Rumble? Oh my God. Let me guess. Tim, what's his fucking name? That guy? I use RT. Oh, you listen to Russian television. Oh, I bet they speak well of Trump, right? Of course they do. So in other words, you listen to Fox News. I use word of mouth. I talk to a lot of, okay. I talk to a lot of you. The only person we can tell me what the real story is. What do you mean tell you what the real story is? And you listen to word of mouth. That's another thing. That's another reason you're wrong. Because a lot of fucking dipshits, they listen to Donald Trump, they listen to their friends that are full of shit 90% of the time, or they just don't know what they're talking about. Don't listen to your idiot friends if they're idiots too. Okay? Don't do that. You don't want to do that. And don't look, if you see it on social media, fact check it 1,000,000 times. Like when you see things on social media, like Jasmine Crockett is worth, tens of millions of dollars and horse shit like that. Look it up, Google it, because, it's probably something some asshole made up. Hold on, let me just do something. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe. It's very important. And be a classy guy or gal, and please donate. All right. Sorry, Jane. I don't know what happened. I got to finish my cancer bowl and take a piss. All right. I don't know what that is, but good luck. Let me see. We need more men in women's sports. Vote Democrat. Oh my God. That's another reason you're an idiot. You know how I said about distractions earlier? That's a distraction. That's not an issue. You realize that, right? That's not an issue that anybody with fucking brains would be concerned about. 550-something thousand NCAA athletes, and like 7 of them are trans. This is what they distract you with so they can rob you blind. You're a dope. You run around talking about men and women's sports. What do you give a fuck? You guys hate women. You don't want them to have reproductive rights. You don't want the Epstein files fucking released so the victims can get their justice. You question any woman who says she was sexually assaulted. You think it's funny when people like Trump brag about sexual assault. I grab them by the pussy and all that horse shit. You guys don't care about women. You hate trans people. At least be man enough to admit that it's not about the women, because you know it isn't. You know it isn't. Vance president next. LOL. Only 7 more years of Republican presidents. Yeah, you keep hoping that, because after what just happened in these elections, I don't think you got much of a chance. I would support Trump before anyone trying to erase women, force illegals down our throats, or trans bullcrap. If you agree with these things, then you're irrelevant. No, you're an asshole, because nobody's trying to erase women. This is something Fox News is telling you. Okay, nobody's trying to force illegals down your throat. That's very gay sounding, by the way. And trans bullcrap. Why do you give a shit? Let me ask you something. Why do you care who's trans and who's not? Why are you bothered by trans people? Are you threatened by them? Are you trans and you're closeted, so you're fucking overcompensating? What is it really? Because normal people, especially normal men, they don't think about trans people or gay people. I don't spend 10 seconds out of my day thinking about trans or gay people. I just don't give a fuck. I'm indifferent to the issue. By the way, guys, hit the like button and subscribe. And still no super chats, no nothing. Come on, guys. What are you doing? If you identify as Democrat or Republican, at this point, you're part of the problem. Yeah, not bigger issues like people who are actually pedophiles and stuff. Let's worry about what political party people align themselves with. I am a homosexual. Yeah, I bet you wish I was, fruit. uh, Egbert Boot Whistle, $5, Republican combat vet from New Hampshire. I turned on Trump after the interview with Kelly, 600,000 Chinese students and Americans have no talent. I'm going to run. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for the $5. And you know what? I give you credit for that. Fucking right. He wants 600,000 fucking Chinese immigrants to come here and get educated so they could take American fucking jobs. And guess what? Egbert, you know what I bet? The people in this chat that have bitched for years about illegals taking our fucking jobs, they have no problem with this. You know why? Trump didn't tell them to have a problem with it. They don't have minds of their own. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Trump makes you sicker. I'm sorry to hear that, for real. That's right. That's right. This guy's from Long Island. No, I'm not. Queens originally. Close enough. But that was a long, long time ago. I live in Alaska now. 86 Donica Lewinsky. Typical delusional blue voters, apathetic. Sure, whatever you say. It's us that it's delusional, not you guys. Not you guys, the ones that think that Donald Trump, who was a lifelong pro-choice Democrat, and always said that the economy did better under Democrats. Not the guy who fucking lied 30,000 times in his first term. That's about, I don't know, what, 60 something lies a fucking day, and 284 days of his first term were spent playing golf. So that's not very much time to fit 30,000 lies in. The guy who paints himself orange every morning and you guys look at him and take him seriously like he's anything other than a clown. Yeah, it's us that are delusional, not you. You guys have been convinced that a billionaire who literally looks down on working class and poor people cares about you. You've convinced yourselves of that. That's delusional. Kind of hard to run a blackmailing business without the blackmail video. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. You're going to spam the chat, so goodbye. Nope, no sub or like for this clown. Guys, just because he said that, especially if you agree with me, hit the like button and subscribe. And hey, if you don't like me, hit the dislike button. Either way, it's engagement. It helps me. Democrats are mentally ill. Sure, we are. Yeah. Not you guys who see mountains of evidence that Donald Trump's a pedo, and then you run around saying Joe Biden is one and Trump isn't, even though there's no evidence that Joe Biden was or is. Yeah. Dude, you think a guy that's been in office for less than 5 years is the problem, but not the ones that have been in office a lifetime? 5 years as president of the United States. I mean, who else is? What do you even mean? He's doing his second term as president, which is the maximum. Okay, so I guess you're talking about congressmen and shit like that. I think a lot of them are the problem, like Ted Cruz and Mitch McConnell and people like that, senators, representatives. I think they're disgusting fucking human beings, and they're a huge part of the problem. The problem with them is that they bow to Trump and do whatever he wants them to do. But you're saying he's been in office for less than 5 years, like as if he has the choice to be in a whole lot longer. It's the presidency. You know what I mean? You people get mad about anything the Democrats tell you to get mad at. No, we don't. We have minds of our own. It's just like I told you. If you hear a lot of liberal podcasters, I'm no liberal. If you hear a lot of them, people who talk the way I do about Trump, you know what you're going to hear them say? You're going to hear them sticking up for trans people and defending all this horse shit, and kissing the asses of 0.1% of this population, and you're going to hear them call everything racist and all that horse shit. Not me. No, I don't like Donald Trump. Do you understand? That's my main thing. I don't like Donald Trump. You guys voted for a communist. That just tells me everything I need to know about people in New York. Well, I don't live in New York, so I didn't vote for Mamdani. And I hope you know that only people in New York could vote for him. So when you say you guys, I would assume you're talking about New Yorkers only. I would hope so. Because when you say you guys, I mean, I know you said about people in New York, but I'm not in New York. I told you, I live in Alaska. You could be 10 years old, apparently, to have your own podcast. Well, I'm 46, but okay, sure. Yeah, you psychotic ass Democrats project a lot of shit. It is seriously terrifying that people like you exist. People like you, that you don't even realize that you're being played on a daily basis. And that motherfucker that you go out of your way to support and follow blindly, he would never even shake your fucking hand in public. Never, never. He wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Something tells me you're not allowed to vote, like you're either illegal or you're a felon, and you're sitting here trying to tell people what they should do. Well, you think I'm illegal, really? That's up to you. As far as felons go, though, you do know that felons can vote, right? Like, this is like some antiquated thought process. There's really people out there that think felons can't vote. Let me explain something to you. As long as you finished your sentence and you're not on probation, parole, or in prison, then you can vote pretty much anywhere. So, there's that. I'm not telling people what they should do. I'm just telling people that they're stupid for doing certain things. Mom Donnie's a great mayor. I'm sure he will be. They tried to vote in Kentucky against Zoran. They're some dumbasses. If you want to make a change about a change, then change your language. Stop talking about Democrats or Republicans. Talk about the polarization. No, I'll talk about whatever I want because it's my show. You look like you're about to cry. Oh, do I really? With a big smile on my face while I'm laughing and stuff? I told you, they're fucking delusional. They see things that aren't there. This is why they think the earth is flat and shit like that. For real. They see things that aren't there. I'm about to cry. All right. There are millions of Trump supporters who know nothing. They are just followers. God bless them all. Nothing. They're in this chat right now. They don't know shit. They don't. Why are maggots in Arkansas or the Midwest worried about New York? Great question. They're not. They just hate Muslims too. So, Mom Donnie is just, they want to say. Meanwhile, they don't know shit about him. I guarantee, just like they don't know nothing about Trump. They don't know. All they know is that Trump said Mexicans are rapists, and they were all on board ever since. Last comment was absolutely true. Which comment? TDS is tremendous dong syndrome. That's right. Yeah, I know. They don't know. Yeah, they don't know. Willing to give Mom Donnie a chance. What do we have to lose at this point? Yeah, why not? 46, yeah, is terrifying when 10-year-olds apparently 10-year-old apparently olds outshine you. Well, I bet you they write better than you too, 10-year-olds, and spell better and every fucking thing, you dopey fuck. You realize that's a stupid thing to say, right? Like you're saying because a kid can get on YouTube and talk that somehow that, I don't know, that no adult should feel like there's like it's not a job they're supposed to be able to do, or like somehow it discredits them or something. That what 10-year-old has a fucking podcast, by the way, you stupid bitch? Just out of curiosity. Thank you. Yes, it does. Wire Mag. Oh, I read that one. Oh, okay, Xenomorph Tower. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. You're trash. Y-O-U-R? All right, you're illiterate. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe, please. I'd appreciate it very, very much. Didn't he run a good portion of his campaign on releasing the Epstein files, and now all of a sudden the files are a Democrat hoax? Yeah, Toad, that's another thing. For all you Trump supporters in the chat, 2 days ago, it's a Democrat hoax. And for months now, the Epstein files are just a Democrat hoax. But yet he's going to be investigating Democrats. How could you investigate something based on a hoax? Not only that, but if it's a Democrat hoax, what did they do? Put themselves in the files and incriminate themselves for some reason? This is why, if you guys were actually critical thinkers, you'd vote Democrat. Believe me. Oh, I know. They truly do. Yeah, they love it. They love who we had in the Oval Office today. The other day, I mean. Oh, seriously? I'll look it up then. America first, America first. I agree. Your problem is that Trump doesn't. Donald Trump sent $40 billion to Argentina while people in this country were starving and farmers were losing their farms and every fucking thing else. $40 billion. And now, of course, by the way, the jerk off finally figured out, my tariffs made everything expensive. So let me sign an executive order. This is what Donald Trump does. He starts a fire and then he wants credit for putting it out. Look what I did. I'm doing an executive order to roll back tariffs on coffee and beef and whatever the fuck else it is. Yeah, they weren't there before you put them there, stupid ass. What do you mean you're rolling them back? He acts like he's a hero. Look at me. He holds up his signature like a fucking 12-year-old. You know what I mean? Look what I did. 6-year-old, I should say. Fuck 12-year-old. Look what I did. Look at my impressive signature. I'm going to sign an executive order to roll back one of my own dumbass policies that every economist in the world said would raise prices. That's why people in other states are worried about New York City. Because what? Because he's a Muslim? Is this why you have such few views? Fuck this, fuck that. And you call yourself intelligent. Yes. I could demolish you in a debate, for example. Yeah, I'm not generally intelligent, but compared to Trump supporters, I'm like fucking, I'm brilliant, seriously. But that's not saying much, you know? That's why I said I'm not even really smart. But such few views? What do you mean? I've been doing politics shows for like 3 weeks. And my last 2 shows got 16,000, 13,000. A couple of days before, I had one video with 59,000. I had another with 39,000. And I make a fuck ton of money on YouTube. So we did not have this much hate between people and parties until Trump came into office. You can go back 10 years to just about anyone, and the energy was totally different. Trump emboldened the worst. I love how they say in 10 states, felons lose their ability to vote in that state forever for certain crimes. Yeah. So 10 out of 50. Yeah. So, and I don't know what those crimes could be, but I'm surprised they lose their right to vote forever. Eventually that'll change, but that's just another type of voter suppression. You know what I mean? That's all that is. Republicans are constantly putting in place laws to try to suppress the votes that they think will come from minorities the most. So Trump's approval is 37%. You're an idiot. Hey, at least you spelled "you're" right. If you ever listened to him. Oh, that's why, because you're. Isn't it funny? The first person in the chat to spell "you're" right is one of my people. You're an idiot if you ever listen to a maggot. That's true. Trump found out there were Republicans on the list. No, Trump found out Trump is on the list, Jack. He doesn't care about Republicans. He doesn't care about anybody. Look what he just did to Marjorie Taylor Greene. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone but Trump. The guy doesn't care about his own fucking kids, for Christ's sake. Okay? And he's in those emails. He's the person named the most. Why would that be that Trump was named the most in those emails? 1,800 or 686 times or something, his name is in those emails. More than anyone. Why would that be? Jack Whitaker. I don't know. Well, you guys will just talk about the Dems and completely ignore. Well, I don't know if you're a MAGA person. MAGA people will ignore the fact that Trump's in there and Republicans are, and he'll just, they'll just talk about Democrats. That's it. Me, I don't care if you're red, blue, Crip, blood, Democrat, Republican. I don't give a fuck. Go to jail. If you're in those fucking files, I want to see you suffer. If you did something wrong, This coming from the party that believes a man can be a woman. Let's use critical thinking here. Yeah, that's another thing you guys are brainwashed into thinking. Nobody really, really thinks that, right? Like you guys, Fox News tells you Democrats don't even know a man from a woman. Every live chat I get, some dipshit such as yourself, look, 1776, his name, what a surprise, will come in. It's fucking Alex Jones's fucking, stepson. Every show, somebody will come in the live chat and say, define a woman for me. And I'll say, well, anyone born with female reproductive organs. That's it. As far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, the only type of woman I know of, but I bet you thought otherwise because Fox News tells you Democrats don't know. All I know is Democrats. I never met one that doesn't know the difference between a man and a woman or thinks that a man can become a woman. None. Period. This is not a thing. This is just like when Fox News, they tell you that we're losing our shit over stuff, like the Sydney Sweeney commercials, remember? They were like, the liberals' hair is on fire. And I'm like, I'm just glad there's a hot chick in a fucking commercial. Fuck that. God, thank God for Sydney Sweeney. You know? And guess what? I listened to nothing but liberal podcasters. I did not hear a single one of them. As a matter of fact, they were making fun of the fact that you guys thought they were mad about it. It was hilarious. The Democrats just voted to not release the Epstein files just a day ago. No. What they voted against was an anonymous vote. See, again, Mike Johnson had the government shut down for quite a while. And he had Congress shut down for, 50 days or something like that because he didn't want to swear Adelita Grijalva and get one step closer to the Epstein files being released because she would have been the 218th signature on the discharge petition. So now that he had to swear her in, he tried to do a late night anonymous vote so that Republicans could vote no without being on record because they're anonymous. Democrats ain't having that. Democrats are going to make it a regular public vote as it should be. So this way, Republicans won't be as quick to say no because it'll be on their record long after Trump is gone. So, yeah, you should look into that kind of stuff before you say it. You are such a moron you will never amount to. I'll never amount to? I got a pretty good life, Maureen. I would bet a lot of money that it's probably a hell of a lot better than yours. I'm just being honest. I mean, you could ask the people in this chat in blue. I'm kind of a, I guess you could say a successful guy. I have a beautiful wife. I have a family that loves and adores me. I have a nice home. I have nice vehicles. I have everything I want in life. And I do this for a living. How great is that? Like what, listen, I don't knock anybody for what they do, but I get to do this from the comfort of my home. I get to just turn on the computer and start talking and make a living. Maggots are sheep. They'll follow anything dear leader says. Yes, yes. If the files, what the fuck? If the files are being investigated again, they can't be released. That's why Trump is telling Pam Bondi to, investigate Democrats and all that. Yeah, because he doesn't want them to be able to release them. So they'll just say, oh, we can't. There's people under investigation. We can't release the files, which is, by the way, why Biden didn't release the files. First of all, he didn't run on it. That was a right-wing issue you guys talked about constantly. And number two, people were under investigation. Ghislaine Maxwell was on trial during Biden's term, so they couldn't release them then. There was all kinds of litigation against people. So you don't have a brain. I'll tell you what, when I get home in a week or so, I'll give you a phone number to call and we can debate and we'll find out exactly. Democrats are brain dead. They just follow whatever the last one vomited up like mindless zombies. See, that's what's amazing about you guys, is that you literally describe yourselves with comments like that. I watched Donald Trump stand on a stage and tell people that they should try to, well, he didn't say they should try to. He said he was thinking about trying disinfectant in your veins to get rid of a certain virus. And I watched for months after that, even though Trump didn't deny saying it, I watched for months after that as maggot idiots went around saying, that's not what he said. He was talking about hydrochloride. He was talking about this and he was talking about that. No, he literally said disinfectant. Okay. That's how you're mindless. Like you guys wake up and whatever the fuck you hear on Fox News, that's your talking points for the day, and that's your response to everything. It's just like every idiot who comes in here and says, how come Biden didn't release the files? Well, look into it and get your own answer. Why are you asking everybody else? Do you research anything? No, Matthew Well. No, but you think Trump is the best president ever, and Biden was a hell of a lot better than Trump. You dipshit. I know this guy. This guy's a fucking jerk off of epic proportion. He was joking. You're crazy. Why are you are? Who was joking about what? I don't even remember what I just said. Oh, about Epstein? About the disinfectant? It's funny because this is exactly what I just said. He said disinfectant, and you guys said he was joking. He wasn't joking. Anything he says that makes him look like a fool, you guys say he was joking. That's what I mean. You're like mindless zombies. Anybody who could see that knew he wasn't joking. That fucking woman, whatever her name was, she looked at him like she was going to have a fucking stroke after he said it because she knew what an idiot he was. Plus, he disappeared for what, like a week after? No, 3 days, I believe. 3 days. And then he popped back up on Monday or something. And then when they did a press conference, he tried to ignore the whole issue. He didn't even say he was joking. I could show you the video. You show me what's supposed to be a joke. And by the way, crotch crickets, when you're the president of the United States, you don't joke about a virus that's killing hundreds of thousands of people, you stupid ass. But it wasn't a joke. What happens to MobTube? What do you mean what happens to MobTube? I couldn't give a fuck about MobTube. Who cares? What MAGA says about Democrats is completely what they are. The poison Kool-Aid needs a vaccine. Yeah, I agree. That's exactly what it is. Just like Democrats saying, oh, yeah, Biden's fine. He's in a perfect mental state. The dude couldn't finish a fucking sentence, couldn't remember a single person's name, would walk away mid-conference. What do you mean? You mean like, let me see if I could find a video of Biden doing that. Oh, I found it.
I think you should take a cognitive cognitive test like I did. I took a cognitive test and I aced it. Dr. Ronnie Johnson. Does everyone know Ronnie Johnson, congressman from Texas? He was the White House doctor. How good did Elise Stepanek do? You know, we've endorsed Dr. Oz. We've endorsed JP, right? JD Mandel, and he's doing great. Jimmy Connors is good. He's also happy. Mike Bolton, John Bolton is here. Mike Bolton, as you know, is in Russia.
And there was progress today. I look forward to solving it.
Thank you, Steve. It was Trump's fault. It's always Trump's fault. Can it ever be like Rick Gates's fault? I mean, it's always Trump's fault, Rick. By the way, they never report the crowd on January 6th. You know, Nikki Haley, you know, did you know they destroyed all of the information, all of the evidence, everything, deleted and destroyed all of it, because of lots of things. Like Nikki Haley is in charge of security. We offered her 10,000 people. We have some of our great business leaders and leaders, period, right behind me. I may ask Marilyn Lockheed. We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple. Yes, please, Mr. Kurd.
Thank you very much for your time.
You know what was interesting? Joe Biden won against Barack Hussein Obama. Has anyone ever heard of him? Arrest their leading political opponent, and leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, you take a look at Obama and take a look at some of the things that he's done. And Putin, you know, has so little respect for Obama that he's starting to throw around the nuclear word today. You heard that, nuclear.
Thanks for giving your first comments on the bill on this show. It means a lot to us. We appreciate it, sir. Thanks a lot.
You have a deal. Thanks a lot. Bye. Joe Bright, this guy is just the worst. So will Christian ever run for president against you? And you heard the prime minister, you heard maybe have Matt Blum speak next, because he's been so incredible in so many ways. He fights so hard. He loves his state. He loves the people. Think of it, a new branch of the United States military, United States Armed Forces, called Air Force. I never talked about that. That's something we never talked about. But what we just saw, we just left pleasure. A very big hello to a place where we've done very well, Sioux Falls. Thank you very much, Sioux Falls. Thank you. So, Sioux City, let me ask you, and the worst president in the history of our country who is cognitively impaired, we would be in World War II very quickly. The worst president in the history of our country will be a fading nightmare. He'll be I have fading memory.
You mean like that? Or how about this? How about this? Hold on. Take a good look. Because I'm sure Fox didn't show you guys this, so I will. I got to turn the sound off. I'll get a copyright. Look at him getting lost. Watch. Look, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. She's got to drag him around. Look at him. You mean getting lost like that? And by the way, when you guys say that people say, oh, Biden was fine and blah, 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 you realize that Trump has people saying, doctors even, that he's 220 pounds and 6'3", when he's quite obviously not a pound less than 300 fucking pounds. And that's probably cutting it short. It's probably a lot fucking more than that. Okay. Anything you say Biden did, I could show you videos of Trump doing it. I could show you Trump coming off Air Force One and with his car right in front of him. He walks to his car, then turns right and starts walking away. And they have to grab him and bring him back. He didn't see the giant car they call the Beast right in front of him, the giant bulletproof, bomb-proof car. It was right in his line of sight. I could show you when he was standing with Melania right next to him. And he said, Melania would have loved to have been here tonight. She's right here. I mean, you guys are crazy. You don't think he's got dementia? You're out of your fucking mind. He can't even walk in a straight line. He zigzags. That's a sign of frontotemporal dementia. He can't remember anything. He slurs his fucking words. This guy, at 12:58 a.m. on October 12th, he put up a Truth Social post that said, Joe Biden put 274 FBI agents into the crowd on January 6th. Do something. Like he was yelling at his Department of Justice to do something. Biden wasn't president on January 6th. Trump forgot that he was the fucking president on January 6th. You don't believe me? Look up the social media post. Look up Trump, Truth Social post, Biden, FBI agents, and tell me I'm lying. You guys are nuts. The world loves Trump. They literally have parades when he wins. You know there's parades when any president wins, right? You do know that, don't you? And you know why? Like, who has parades? Like Russia? That's because they know they're about to get whatever the fuck they want. Absolutely. I guess you just don't pay attention when there's videos of all these people in other countries burning pictures of him and every fucking thing else who hate his fucking guts. The world does not love Donald Trump. World leaders even laugh at him. He's a clown. Yeah, exactly. This shit I'm showing them, they never saw this. How much you want to bet somebody in this chat said it's AI? Guarantee it. He fell asleep during the pharmaceutical presser. His buddy RFK took off running when the dude passed out. The guy in charge of Health and Human Services bounced. He said, oh, shit, I don't want nothing to do with this. I know. They love him joking. That's why they go nuts when they hear somebody like me talking about him. And they shouldn't even give a fuck. And by the way, please hit the like button and subscribe. And throw a super chat my way if you can. Biden lost his train of thought a few times in the debate when he was sick with a virus and jet lag and from his trip to Europe. Not just that, but Trump lied 36 times, 36 verifiable lies he told in that debate against Biden. And then when he debated Kamala, she mollywopped his ass. How do you explain BBC manufacturing President Trump's speech? What do you have to say about it? Why did BBC do it? How many times did they did it before. You were a fool. No, you're a fucking fool. I'm not BBC, and I don't give a fuck what they did, because Trump's interviews and all his horse shit, and they didn't manufacture a speech. How would they do that, dipshit? They just edited it. Okay? And guess what? You know what else got edited? The other night was when Trump was on 60 Minutes. And mind you, he sued 60 Minutes for editing a Kamala Harris interview. Okay? The other night when he was on 60 Minutes, he was asked about the scumbag CEO of Binance that's, just happens to be working with Eric and Don Jr. or has, and just happened to have gotten Trump a $2 billion investment into his company, World Liberty Financial, that owns Trump's stupid fucking crypto coin. Okay. He was asked about that guy. And the woman said, this guy got you a $2 billion investment and he gets a pardon. This guy pleaded guilty to his crimes. It's not even like he was convicted unfairly. He said he was guilty. He laundered money for pedophiles, terrorists, all types of shit. And Trump was like, you know what Trump said? The guy who likes to talk about Joe Biden's auto pen. I don't know who he is. I have no idea who the guy is. That's what he said on 60 Minutes. Okay. And then she asked him, and this is in the transcript. You can go to the website and find the transcript. He made them edit this because while she was asking him, isn't this pay to play? He said, I don't want you asking these kind of questions. I'll get up and leave if I have to. And he made them edit that part out. But you can go check out the official transcript from the fucking interview. So they did nothing different than T. Dadler, whatever. Do you realize that Fox News does that constantly? Do you realize that Fox News edited a clip of Trump? Trump was asked, are you going to release the JFK files? Yes. Are you going to release the MLK files? Yes. Are you going to release the Epstein files? He says yes, and they cut the interview. But some other media outlets got a hold of the unedited interview, and in the unedited interview, after he says yes, he goes, well, maybe not the Epstein files, because there's a lot of stuff in there that could hurt good people. He's meaning himself, by the way. So they edited that out to fool the American people during an election. But I'm sure you got no problem with that, right? I'm sure you got no problem with that. This is exactly what I talked about earlier when I said this is a psychotic Democrat and he's always projecting. Why don't you, instead of calling me names, why don't you bring something up and we can argue it? Satan is good at brainwashing smart, educated people. Talking to them is like talking to a drunk baby possum. More powerful, or more power to the people leaving MAGA. I don't believe in Satan, but they are brainwashed. I'll just say that. See, this guy right here, he won't debate me for shit. He'll just come in here and insult me because he doesn't know what to say. Because again, I'm making his fucking orange leader look like a fucking clown, and you should be ashamed of yourself, especially if you're a goddamn man, for fucking sucking this guy off the way you do. It's kind of fucking embarrassing, don't you think? BBC still used Trump's actual verbiage. They just shortened it because nobody wanted to hear the long lies that he had to say. They wanted to get straight to the point of what he said. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's called editing for time and shit like that. And all of Trump's shit gets edited. Nobody says a word. But when he tells you guys BBC did something wrong, you don't look into it. You don't research it. You just say BBC did something wrong. You know? You don't have to watch fuckface. Here, I'll let you go. Here. Now you don't have to worry about it. You could still watch, of course. I hope you don't, but you can't come in the chat anymore. You use a voiceover to try to prove your point when people can actually go back and look at the actual videos. You're a dumbass. Voiceover? Tell me exactly what video you're talking about, and I will show you the full unedited clip. Tell me which video or which video clip you're talking about, you stupid fuck, because none of those videos are manipulated in any way, and I will gladly pull up the whole clip in context for you. Tell me one part of it that's not real, and watch me make an asshole out of you. I know, but I still like to do this for a living. So when Trump went in, inflation is up. Inflation is up now under Trump. Why does no one mention that Scam Bondi helped give Epstein his sweetheart deal? Because they don't care. It doesn't suit their narrative, you know? You're not reading the comments about biting, sniffing kids. You're moron, making yourself look like a fucking moron. Well said. We watched that video. Do you want to see something? Google, did Biden sniff kids? Okay, Google it. Seriously, you know what it's going to tell you? And you could check a bunch of different fact check websites and sources. There's one video where it looks like Joe Biden sniffed a kid because you can hear him going. They added that you could see the raw video. It's not even in there. They edited the shit to add that. So that's how fucking manipulative you cocksuckers and your stupid fucking media are. So again, it's not even an issue. And by the way, what if he sniffed the kid's hair? Let's just say he did. That makes him a pedophile. But Trump saying that he would fuck his own daughter since she was a little girl. I'd be dating her if I could. Me and her have sex in common. He's speculating about whether his 4-year-old daughter, Tiffany, is going to have huge tits on live TV, speculating. All those things. Let me show you something. And you tell me if any of this is more important than let's just say Biden sniffed a girl's hair. Tell me if any of this is worse than that.
Charges that.
All right.
Charges that Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle.
Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of it.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
What does Tiffany have of Marlon?
She's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got fist blood yet.
You were playing tennis and you came off the court. Quote, look at that piece of I would love some of that. It so happened that Trump was referring to Cohen's then 15-year-old daughter, Samantha.
I had the impression that he was interested in younger women and that, women would age out for him.
Miss Teen Universe? Yeah, that's like giving Jeffrey Dahmer a cooking show.
I'll go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I standing there with no...
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A lawsuit against the presumptive GOP nominee alleges he raped a girl when she was 13 years old.
Prince Andrew answering questions for the first time about his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know Prince Andrew, but it's a tough story.
Trump has been photographed with Prince Andrew as far back as the year 2000.
Ghislaine Maxwell is accused of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls.
I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
you are one.
All right, I was going to say that, but it's true.
By the way, guys, I'm sure none of that creeped you guys out because it was Trump that did it. And some asshole says Joe Biden fingered his daughter in the shower. You guys are fucking sick. And that's what I mean about you. That's why nobody respects you, because you're lying motherfuckers. There is no evidence of that. His daughter never accused him of that. She literally said only in her diary, showers that were probably not appropriate. And she said when she was a child, she never stated an age. She could have been 3 fucking months old for all we know. And then looking back on it later on said, that might not have been appropriate, She loves her dad. She's with him all the time. She introduced him at the DNC. That's just you saying shit. Because, yeah, this is so true, Lisa Lee. It's true. They convince themselves. They do. 26, I think it's 27, actually, Kuzma. All right. So listen, guys. Oh, he did. He did. Did I vote for Kamala? Of course. I'm a thinking person with a functioning mind. Yeah, of course. You want to debate who would have been better? How is that, Case Fitz? Tell me how Trump is better. Tell me what Kamala's policies were that you didn't like. Which Kamala Harris policies didn't you like? Go ahead. I'll wait. I've done this on like 4 different shows. There's nowhere in there where she accused him of molesting her. Never. It never happened. Come on, man. Open borders. That's not a policy. No presidential candidate in history ran on open borders. Kamala wasn't president. Joe Biden was. So name some Biden or some Kamala policies for me. Tell me which ones you didn't like. Go ahead. Show me which ones you didn't like. This ain't going to work out well for him. Then he says, show the diary, idiot. Yeah, because you don't want to answer the fucking question. What's a Kamala Harris policy that she ran on for president that you didn't like? That's true, Sassy Mo. Of course not, no. Go ahead. What do I care if you put that in there? I have never seen Kamala talk about policy. That's because you never watched. You could literally put on any Kamala Harris a fucking rally, or you could put on the debate with Trump. And while Trump was rambling about they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, she laid out her policy plans. You could go watch it. You guys just say that. You never watched her. So you're like, I never heard her talk about, well, if you don't watch her, you can't. Because you never watched the debate, lap it. I never watched the debate. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. She didn't have any. Okay. Name the one you liked, idiot. $25,000 for new home buyers. $25,000 down payment in the form of a tax credit. I like that. I also like the idea of giving people who want to open a small business $50,000 to open a small business. I like the idea of raising taxes on the richest people. I like the idea of giving women their reproductive rights back. I like how she wanted to continue what Biden was doing by going out of doing what she could to lower prescription drug costs, stuff like that. Now tell me your favorite Trump policy without saying the word border or immigrant. Of course she did, yeah. Yeah, and they never watched. They just say, well, I never heard her say, well, it's because you don't watch, dopey. You just listen to other people say she never said anything about policy. What about the one with Trump on sub 223? You saw the one with Trump, right? Yeah, she said all her points. Like, she spoke about policy, what she was going to do, while he just talked his usual rambling, incoherent nonsense. I just named several. Kamala had 107 days, yeah. And she only lost by 2 million votes. Fucking Joe Biden won by way more than that against Trump. Our economy would be so much better without Trump. Economists warned us that Trumponomics would take a few months to really kick in and wreck things. Worst layoffs since 2009. 1.1 million layoffs so far in 2025. What is this? She laid out $750 to South Carolina per person that lost a home. That's what no, that wasn't true. First of all, that Kamala wasn't the president. You realize that, right? Kamala didn't do shit because vice presidents don't do shit. What does JD Vance do? You can't tell me. What did any fucking vice president do? Tell me specifically. They don't do, it's one president at a time. And by the way, the 750 thing, that goes to show how stupid you are, because all that was a temporary thing until they could get them more money, until they got insurance money, something like that. It was just a $750 initial thing so they could take it right away and survive for a week or 2 weeks, whatever, food and shit like that. So $750 was the first payment. So please. Oh, without a doubt she would have. Yep. I named a bunch, Lord Dabblethorn. I named a bunch. Where's that Kobe coming from? Oh, no. Yes, it's a great one, isn't it? People make millions of dollars, bashing Trump. Tell us what Trump has done that you dislike, because it is not about Trump. It is about eliminating radicalism. No. I don't like that Trump mishandled the COVID, we'll just call it the pandemic, okay, grossly, to the point where 1 million people died. And he left office with 14% unemployment. And he was the first president since Herbert Hoover to lose jobs instead of gain them. He lost 2.5 million jobs while he was in office. He was a big reason for inflation because of his gross mishandling of COVID. The big beautiful bill is horrible. It's gonna raise taxes on the poorest people and lower taxes for the richest people. $30,000. You're making $30,000 or less. You're going to be taxed 74% more than you were before the big beautiful bill. Stuff like that. That makes me sick. I can name shit forever. What do you mean? I don't like the way ICE is fucking knocking out old women in the middle of the street and handcuffing American citizens and locking them up only to find out that they're not illegal. And then they have to let them go because they're fucking stupid. I don't like the fact that he's a pedophile. I don't like the fact that he said he wants to fuck his own daughter. I don't like the fact that he looked at a 10-year-old girl and said, I'll be dating her in 10 years. How long you want me to go on? Who doesn't know what a woman is? Neither do you. No, I do. I fucked many of them. Women are people with pussies. That's who women are. Increase taxes on people making $400K or more. Kamala, yeah. Listen, you try to defend her, now you are now speaking in riddles. Listen, just because I don't talk on a third grade level like Trump does not mean I'm speaking in riddles. It just means you can't understand me. I remember you guys were like, fucking Obama. I can't understand a word he says. Yeah, he's too well spoken. She didn't know anything about what? Using his words, and you think he's saying riddles? Yeah. The only thing she knows about is ripping $82 billion off and her Don. $82 billion off and her Don. What the fuck does that mean? And her Don. Dude, you're so fucking stupid. You shouldn't have a politics show. Except I'm 1,000 times smarter than you, and that's why I tear apart every one of your dumb fucking arguments. 82 billion what? What does this mean? Go ahead. What are you going to say? So you can pull your dike? Yeah, okay. I don't even know. Why don't you try a coherent comment in the chat? Child tax credit and earned income credit, raising the federal minimum wage and strengthening regulations on gun manufacturers and corporate behavior. Very true. Controls live. Thank you. A lot of pedos on here. Oh, yeah, most of them. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe, except for the pedos. None of you. There are no world leaders that would have respected Kamala. Well, there definitely are none that respect Trump. Trump is like Vladimir Putin's cockholster, and the whole world knows it. There's videos of like world leaders at summits and shit laughing at him. He's a fucking clown. You think he's taken seriously? Please. Kalayer lost because she is a drunk. Okay, that's something else Republicans have made up. There's no evidence whatsoever of Kamala being an alcoholic or even having a drinking problem of any sort. So I'll tell you what, give me the credible source and I'll pull it up now. She was never elected. Oh, here we go again. She was elected as vice president. They all just jump on Kamala hate train, Kamala, my bad, because they didn't like the fact she said about the rich perverted bastard. Of course not. First of all, a vice president is only an aide to the president. She has no power. She was the president of the Senate only to cast the deciding vote if there was a tie, which, by the way, she cast more tie-breaking votes than any vice president in history. What, the layoffs? 1.1 million. Yep, that's what we're up to. I don't know if Trump is the answer, but Kamala sure was not. She was a mere puppet being controlled by many puppeteers. You mean like Donald Trump being controlled by Putin and Netanyahu, for example? Tell me why you say that. Tell me what about Kamala? Tell me what makes you think that, we'll say. What proof do you have of any of this? That she was just a puppet? Go ahead, I'll wait. Why are you deleting comments? Thought you wanted to debate. I'm not doing anything. I haven't deleted any. Look at the welcoming he gets from every country he visited, unlike Biden, who shit himself in the Vatican. No, he didn't. And what do you mean? He's the American president. He's the U.S. president, you stupid fuck. It doesn't matter if it's Big Bird or if it's Trump. If you're the U.S. president, you're going to get that welcoming, dipshit. You think it only applies to him? Go look at Obama and Biden and Clinton and even Bush and all of them and see what kind of welcoming they got, jackass. By the way, Speaking of welcomings, why don't you look up the video where Donald Trump had our military members get on their hands and knees and roll out a red carpet for Vladimir Putin, because that happened. Kamala was placed. She didn't get voted in. Are you serious? LOL, what a joke. She got the delegates' votes. She was voted a vice president. She was on the ticket with Joe Biden. And the DNC has their own rules as to how they pick a candidate. They did not need a primary. So whether you like it or not, she got picked for that spot. If you don't like the way she got picked, too fucking bad. If there was something wrong with it, Trump would be suing over it, believe me. Some videos show she was likely drunk, rambling. Oh, likely. So in other words, you're guessing, you're speculating. Well, in that case, I have videos that make it look like Trump is on heroin, like when he was falling asleep in the Oval Office the other day during a big meeting, which is the second time I think in 2 weeks he's done that. So yeah, in that case, why not? Trump is on dope. Fuck it. Like, if we're just going to speculate and just throw shit out there like it's fact without no evidence, why not? Well, they certainly shouldn't. Why didn't anyone ask oh, God. Man, this guy is dumb, dude. You're a sheep. You haven't been able to get me on one thing. I make you look. Show what? Show Trump falling asleep? Oh, okay. I live off my wife. Yeah, right. I make more money than my wife. Laverne, am I hurting your feelings, you stupid bitch? Wait a minute. Let me show it. I'm going to show Trump falling asleep. Just the other day, because this asshole doesn't think I'm telling the truth, and he thinks he's calling me out. Show it. Now I'll show it and watch he'll come up with some fucking excuse for why it just doesn't matter. It's not valid, something. And I bet you he won't be man enough to say, okay, my apologies. I was wrong. I didn't think that happened. They never admit when they're wrong. Just like their leader. All right. Here we go. You ready? Guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and why don't you throw a super chat or a cash app, PayPal, or Venmo my way, please? Oh, shit.
Sometimes it's just a closed pair of eyes. This week, images of President Donald Trump appearing to rest his eyes during an Oval Office event spread across social media faster than a rumor. The 79-year-old president was discussing a plan to cut prices for weight loss drugs, but the headlines weren't about healthcare savings. They were about whether the president was, well, awake.
No, I want to show you the actual video of it happening. Fuck all that bullshit.
Guys, please do subscribe our channel. Trump sparks health appearing to nod off medical companies was briefly interrupted after a man collapsed. But it's what happened before that moment that caught public attention. Clips from the broadcast show Trump sitting behind the Resolute desk, with his eyes closed and shoulders slumped, prompting speculation that the president had fallen asleep. The footage quickly spread across social media platforms.
All right. There we go.
Gordon, you okay? Yeah.
A man collapsed near.
Oh my God! If this doesn't show the fucking video, I'm gonna snap.
6th, during a press conference about reducing the cost of weight loss drugs. Cameras captured the incident as Eli Lilly's CEO, Dave Ricks, was at the podium talking about his company, when suddenly a man who has yet to be identified started stumbling before slowly collapsing to the floor. Ricks quickly paused his remarks as Dr. Oz rushed to the man's side. President Trump then slowly got up and looked over as several people helped the individual.
In America, we've been advancing science and creating high-value
Well done.
jobs. But today,
My bad. Hold on. Hold on. I accidentally clicked myself out of here. I'm gonna find the video. Watch.
These extraordinary people. And I want to again thank David Ricks, who we've been in this Oval Office again and again. You keep saying he's the smartest guy in industry, that he could talk a dog off a meat truck. But it came to the table, and Mike Newstart told me, he said,
you convinced people for 20 years that it was okay for Europe to pay $10 and for America to pay $140. That's why they make 45-50 million a year. He did. Finally, I said, I've had it, right? You did. He did. But anybody could do that, they're entitled. But now it's down to what it should be.
And Mike Newstart told me what a pleasure it was to negotiate with people who were smart, who had common sense, who were able to put themselves in his
There we go. Look at him falling asleep. Look.
Position and hammer out this deal that is good for everybody. And it's great for the American public. I want to close again by just saying that this is a tool in the toolkit. It is not a silver bullet.
Look, they're even panning away from him because they see him falling asleep.
It is an arrow in our quiver. It will allow a lot of people who are locked into high-risk obesity to finally lose weight, to reset, and then start doing the kind of things.
This guy was a heroin addict for 12 years. He's talking to people about health.
That will address the root causes of obesity. So I want to thank these extraordinary CEOs for sticking with us on this, for allowing us to make this happen. Mike Newstart said to me, he said,
what motherfuckers they are. They panned away during this shit.
We've known we've had to do this for many years. We just haven't been able to get over the edge, and that this President Trump's order, his executive order, was a catalyst to do something that we always knew needed to be done. So again, thank you for your vision, for your commitment, and thank you to all the CEOs and all of my team for making this historic agreement happen.
Bobby, you haven't changed your view on Tyler.
So there you go. There's him falling asleep, but those Sleepy Don, the Nod Father. Yeah. Even if Kamala was drunk, you think he compares to the level of corruption and pedophilia from Trump? No. All right, now let's see. Let's see the excuses. You voted for Biden, who sniffed kids and couldn't walk up a flight of stairs. I got a video from the other, maybe a couple of months ago, Trump falling up the stairs to Air Force One. The guy sat in Virginia and watched Maui Barn. Well, I don't even know what that means, eating ice cream. You know that Trump spent 284 days of his first term playing golf? You do know that, right? And he didn't sniff kids. Watch this. Did Joe Biden sniff kids? Fact-check organizations have determined that claims of Joe Biden sniffing children are based on digitally altered videos of misinterpreted interactions. Altered videos, specific viral videos in 2023 that appeared to show Biden loudly sniffing a baby were digitally altered to add sniffing sounds. The original unedited clips did not contain those sounds. So it's just like everything else you motherfuckers do. You lie. Oh, wait, you can't even see me. You lie. You just say shit. You know what I mean? I wasn't sniffing nothing. And I still want the video where they don't fucking pan away from him and you see him falling asleep. You already saw him, but there's more. There's more. So bear with me. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe. It's very, very important. Hold on, bear with me. All right, watch this. Watch this. This is better.
His Saudi Arabia trip.
Enhanced joint cooperation
on ammunition, training, support services, maintenance, system upgrades, spare parts, and education for land and air systems of the National Guard.
مذكرة تفاهم بين برامج الشراكات الدولية بوزارة الداخلية ومكتب التحقيقات الفيدرالي FBI بوزارة العدل الأمريكية.
Memorandum of Understanding between the international partners
السعودية ووزارة الدفاع في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية في شأن تطوير القدرات الصحية للقوات المسلحة السعودية.
Oh, look at Sleepy Don.
A letter of intent which is
يلي ذلك مذكرة تفاهم للتعاون القضائي بين وزارة
All right, so, and you can go watch, there's much more. Now, what did this dipshit say? Yeah, no, RFK don't give a fuck. He can barely speak on purpose, so he can say, I didn't say that. Oh, Mom, yeah. If we're throwing shit out there, I bet you're on a list that says you're not allowed within 1,000 yards of the school. Well, let me tell you, I've been on YouTube 4.5 years. I've been thoroughly doxxed, but even before I was doxxed, I told everybody literally my whole life story. My background has been checked thoroughly and stuff. No. But I bet you're using a fake name and avatar because you're on Megan's Law. I guarantee you're a pedo. But you know why I know? Because only pedophiles support pedophiles. So I guarantee you're a chomo. Guarantee it. I'll put money on it. Biden fell asleep because he has dementia. Trump falls asleep because he's tired of working so hard trying to fix the country. Democrats are actually trying to destroy. See, that's what I mean. That's what you call complete and total ignorance. That's what you call psychopathic thinking. Trump works hard. He never worked a hard day in his life. You know what I'm going to do? I'll show you one more thing before I go. Just since you said that Biden falls asleep because he has dementia, but Trump doesn't. I got something for you. Let me see if I can find it. All right. So much for that video of you proving he's falling asleep. You mean that video I just played of him falling asleep? You didn't see that? I'm pretty sure he just touched his face. How was he falling asleep? Wow. There are dozens and dozens of videos of him falling asleep in the Oval Office at meetings while he's being prosecuted for court cases. Guys, did I have the video up just now when he was falling asleep? Or did I forget to put it up? I don't understand. Because there's no way anybody could actually deny that. Did I not have the video up? If so, let me know. I'll put it up. Did I? I'm just wondering because this unsub 223 is a stupid fuck, but I can't imagine that. Hold on. You guys won't give me an answer, so I'll just check. I can't imagine that anybody could have seen a video of Trump just clearly falling asleep and then say that he wasn't falling asleep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I played it. All right, thank you. So this guy's just delusional. That's what I thought. But here, I'll show you guys something before I go, because I do have to go. I've been driving all fucking day. I got to eat something and all that shit. I'm fucking starving, and it's late. How do I find this? Give me a second. It might take me a minute to find. No problem. No, I'll get it. Here we go. Here, tell me if it looks at all like this guy has dementia. Don't worry, the Trump supporters, no matter what, they'll never admit it. But for the rest of you, you take a look at this, and I'll be right back.
And my stupid people, when I wanted to refute it, they said, sir, don't dignify it with a rebuttal.
Have you been noticing peculiar behavior recently in someone you know?
Carried out by Ray,
Someone who mixes fiction and reality?
the late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man.
Perhaps someone of advanced age you have known for years.
Did you just see Maduro? Venezuela, it's unbelievable. Venezuela.
Of course, we all have our goofs. But consistently odd behavior can be a sign of frontotemporal dementia, a degenerative disease of the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain that dramatically impairs cognitive function. And there are some key signs to look out for, like slurring words,
The failing New York Times by anonymous, really anonymous.
struggling to find the correct words is another sign.
The Mueller report, I wish, covered the oranges of the investigation.
You may also notice someone veering into incoherent ideas, detached from reality.
You know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not getting near the shark.
Or an inability to complete simple sentences.
Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat.
Other notable symptoms include impaired motor function, such as a wavering limb, and decreased balance, often accompanied by a signature lean or arched stance. If someone you know is demonstrating several or all of these symptoms, they are seriously unwell. As a matter of safety, they must be relieved of critical responsibilities and disqualified from any position of authority. Remember, frontotemporal dementia is a degenerative disease. Cognitive function will never return and will only deteriorate further. Don't ignore the signs.
But none of that, though. It's funny. He doesn't have dementia. He just has all the signs and symptoms of it. Ain't that some shit? You guys are, I feel bad. I feel bad for you guys. I honestly do, because you can't think for yourselves. It's sad. It's sad. It is. But hey, believe me, everybody who's not like you is grateful they're not like you. All right, guys, I got to get going. But you know what I'm going to do? Nah, fuck it. I don't even feel like it. I'm out. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.